Can't even tell a rat was in there. Complete with the engine harness now. Center console is out. Transmission tunnel cut. There's a damn hole in the Driftcat, ladies and gentlemen. Got that sidewall cut out. Got the center console in. 10th set of axles. Not supposed to be able to do this. We started to mount the flywheel. Diff is completely out now. I own every Hellcat diff made. 370 diff. The last bolt's going in. Before this video starts, just dropped some new merch on helloclothing.com. The first 10 orders get a free gift from me. We got some brand new Driftcat shirts and some brand new Turbo Marrow shirts. The first Turbo Marrow merch drop, so I hope you guys like it. Anyway, let's get right to the video. Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, guys? So we are back for episode 5 of building a manual Hellcat charger, finishing up the transmission tunnel right now, trying to figure out where we're gonna need to cut that center console to be able to fit the stick shift. Because if you notice, we're gonna have to cut pretty much this square out to be able to fit the shifter in there. So I'm gonna have to start unbolting all this. We got Danny in there finishing up the transmission tunnel right now. Another reason it was a good idea to buy the whole Challenger and not just piece by piece, because then I wouldn't have all of this. So this is the clutch pedal with the actuator, the clutch switch, all this good stuff that goes to the firewall, everything. This is the old shifter. We're gonna take this seal off to have even more seals, you know, down there, try and prevent any exhaust fumes. And then what I grabbed out of the Challenger, what goes underneath the center console plate, and then this Challenger center console, charger center console. This is the one we're using. This is kind of what we're basing it off of. We're gonna take the boot and use the boot from here, but they're pretty much the exact same size, and I'm thinking it'll be perfect where it is too. While I was over there working on that center console, Danny got this thing looking beautiful. So this is just a little template right here, but got the rubber piece in, got the transmission tunnel cut. As you can see, there's a damn hole in the Driftcat, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect though. Knocked that out. Started breaking down the center console, got the shifter out, got all the other nonsense out. Now we got to figure out where exactly to trim this piece. This, boom, boom, boom. Good square, because I don't want to mess with any of the tabs, because none of the interior pieces are going to fit correctly if we do that. So really just need to trim this square. Threw the center console back in to figure out the exact placement, because we might be able to just cut this lower section, but it might be too far left, so we might have to cut this top part as well. Threw the car in the air to see what it looks like underneath. Smart man. Mark that little section. Side note, just fucking blew my knee apart. Drop the car back down, pull the center console out, flip it over, and then we'll be able to see that paint mark and then cut it out specific, make it perfect. It's in a very particular spot. As you can see, the edge goes like right over here. Ooh. That little piece sticks out, so I think we'll have to trim this side as well. So we're here at the fabrication station. Got that sidewall cut out, so I'm pretty sure it'll fit perfectly right in there. Hopefully that's just the right amount, because if you look at the shifter, you really only need this much space. So looking at it, I have to chop a little bit more, but almost there. Gotta do a little trimming of this thing too. Center console's getting plugged back in. Going back in already. That cut looks nice. Shout out to my guy Danny. Sir. Did a bunch of fab work today. Got the center console in. There's one issue that we ran into. So obviously when there's not a shifter right here that's gonna stick up, there was an AC line that goes from back here all the way to the rear vents on the back of the column. And this is what it looks like. And this is obviously not going to go under the center console anymore. So I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of the AC lines and stuff. I hope. If not, then we could just do one of those ghetto AC lines that kind of look like accordions, that, you know, and then we'll just clamp it on both sides. I mean, if it works, it works, because I kind of want to have AC run into the back, which would be nice, you know, for the rear passengers. AC coming out where it's supposed to be. I want everything functional, you know, no check engine lights, no error codes, all the AC working, all the lights working. We're getting there. It's just little by little. That was another huge thing that we needed to get done, was cutting the transmission tunnel, cutting the center console. That's all good to go. I could slap it all back together, but I'm gonna wait and see if I have that air conditioning line, because if I have that line and it fits under there, that would be tight. But if not, then we'll ghetto rig some shit, and I'll show you guys that once we find out if I have that line or not. But for right now, we're done in the interior. So yesterday, my guy Danny put on the pilot bearing, and then we started to mount the flywheel, but we realized because it was an automatic and it had a pressure plate in here, the longer ones for the flywheel. As you can see, it's a lot thinner than this damn flywheel is. So overnighted some ARP ones. They should be coming tonight or tomorrow. Got the clutch line that goes from the clutch to the master cylinder up there. Today we are going to be taking out the differential and axles and swapping it for the 370 differential and new axles, because if you see, this rear one is destroyed. This is literally like the 10th set of axles this car has seen. It's just an axle eater. We're putting in the 370s, getting rid of the 309s. But anyway, clutch and transmission will go in tomorrow as soon as we get those ARP bolts. But today, let's work on the diff. We're taking this Durs diff brace off. All right, Danny's moving a lot faster than I am. You got this whole side broken down, spring out. Diff is coming out really soon. I think we're just sliding everything this way. You can tell how broken this axle is. See how this one's up there strong? There goes the passenger axle. Drop one side, drop the other side, and then the diff is completely out now. We'll just have to transfer the brace onto the other one, and then this piece of the brace is still on the subframe. So, all right, so good 309 diff. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably just gonna keep it. I don't know. Oh shit. So I think this side is good. So I'm gonna save this axle as a spare just in case. But that one has to get thrown away. Now, driver's side is out, and your axle is not supposed to be able to do this. And then this over here is the manual one. Don't mind the spider nest and stuff, but 2 clean axles, and then that 370 LSD. So the manual subframe is now broken down. We got both axles out and the diff. Now I own every Hellcat diff made. The 370s, the 309s, and the 262s. I'm just fucking collecting diffs now. Throwing that Durs on the 370 diff. Going right back in. One thing that I've noticed taking off these axles plenty of times, well, watching them take the axles off plenty of times, driver side is a lot thicker than passenger side. Pretty sure they do that because the LSD, maybe most of the power is getting pushed to the driver side wheel. I don't know. I just know one side's thicker than the other. The last bolt's going in. Got the brace back on. This is an extremely important brace if you're, you know, really dogging it. So if your rear end feels a little crazy, make sure you grab one of these. So new diff is in. Now we're just waiting on the ARP flywheel bolts, which should be here tomorrow. So we're gonna plan on doing clutch and flywheel tomorrow. I'll button up the rest of the center console tomorrow as well. We'll have to change the fluid on the diff, and I think that the snout bushings come in tomorrow as well. So maybe we can damn near knock out everything tomorrow. Nah, because we still have to do master cylinder and all that stuff. So we'll get clutch, trans, and then definitely button up the rest of the interior. And then we're gonna have to change the fluids and do the bushings and stuff. But for the most part, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys go follow my guys City Performance on Instagram. Sure. Putting in a lot of work, so I really appreciate them. So if you can, go show them some love. But I'll see you guys in episode 6. Doses.